Are you ready? Are you ready to expand into your extraordinary? Are you feeling like you are on this precipice, this edge of really going into something that's way bigger than you've ever been, something that is way more extraordinary than you've ever experienced before? And I know some of you, some of my friends here, you just think you're ordinary people and you have extraordinary dreams. Well, extraordinary people have extraordinary dreams. You're not just ordinary. Extraordinary dreams come from people who are visionaries, who are high achievers, who are leaders, who are ones that are paving the way and doing things that are new and not mainstream. And I like to say this, not mainstream, because mainstream is an old current and it gets boring. It gets boring. It loves the comfort zone. So when you're doing something different, who right now, let me hear you in the comments, my friends who are coming live, who right now is on the edge of putting something totally new into the world? Maybe it's an offer you're making. Maybe it's a new event that you're just setting up. Maybe it's a new way of teaching something. Who is doing something that is not mainstream? Put it in the chat. Say, yes, I'm doing something that's not mainstream. And there's when we're in this energy of, we know that we're right on the cusp of something and it's so like palpable and you know that you're onto something. Sometimes we have this tendency to really like push ourselves and to really force ourselves to keep going. But what I've been learning lately, especially with myself and my, energy and just what I've been tuning into, is that the more I rest, the more I receive. So I'll be, sitting here working on sales and marketing, building for my big vision, the vision I have for my business and my clients and the support that I want to provide and all of that. But then all of a sudden, I'll just notice that I'm feeling tired. And then I take a little lie down or meditative posture in my office here. My altar is over right beside me here where I meditate. And in 20 minutes max, I'm refreshed, I've received some insights, and I'm ready to keep going. It's like an instant refuel. I went to the fueling station. Who else has been going to the fueling station and taking some more rest than usual because you are working on something very extraordinary? Put a yes in the comments too. So why is it so important that we do take this rest when we're about to accomplish or we're working on something that is extraordinary and we're on this edge of transformation? It's important because that's where all the prosperity and power lies. If you're not able to take a rest, you're going to wear yourself out. You're going to burn out before the finish line. And I like to use horse racing a lot in my analogies. And if at the very beginning of the race, the horse goes way too fast and the driver doesn't pace the horse, like hold on to the horse, that horse will be done before the half sometimes. It will start going backwards. It will look like it's going backwards before the end of the race. So we need to pace ourselves. We need to pace ourselves. And I'm using this term PACE right now as an acronym as well. Prosperity, awareness, consciousness, expansion. We need to pace ourselves because this is what's on the edge of the extraordinary that is coming. We are on the edge of moving from a scarcity consciousness world and environments that we live in to a prosperity consciousness world that the people like us who are not mainstream are creating. We are doing the work. We're doing the inner work that is required to clear the toxicity of the scarcity mentality, the scarcity consciousness, the scarcity thoughts and words and mindsets and patterning that we've all been hooked into. We've been undoing it and unraveling it. And now we're moving into this prosperity consciousness that we are part of creating. We are part of creating. And we have to keep resting in between these big bursts of creative energy so that we don't burn ourselves out. So how many of you this week have pushed yourself into long hours or a little bit overdoing it a bit more than you should have, and then maybe you have a body pain or a sore neck or something is in your body telling you that you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Let me know in the comments. For myself, my neck. I can feel when I start pushing myself that my neck is, it's sore. It's sore. And I've had to set up, my chiro appointment for tomorrow just so that I don't end up with a real problem. And so taking care of myself is very important. And that is so important for all of us because we're doing really big work. And the mainstream story that we've all been hooked into for a long time is that we do have to work we do have to work and push ourselves to the bone. We do have to grind. We do have to work when we're sick, work when we're in pain, or put ourselves into pain and burn ourselves out. These are all old stories that, we are all working on transforming, but, sometimes we don't do it. We don't pay attention to it because we're trying to accomplish so much. And that's some of the habits of a high achiever. Who's here a high achiever? Hi. Are you one? Yeah, high achievers. We like to overwhelm ourselves, and then we have these big dreams, and we think we need to keep learning things, and then we're always chasing after the next thing. We're chasing it. It's kind of like we're chasing the horse on top in the race, but we don't beat them because we're not pacing ourselves. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're not putting ourselves first. We're not managing our energy. Because, what I know a little bit, I've been in patterns where I remember back when I was getting my CPA, my designation, or I was in school still and everything, and working full time and having an alcoholic boyfriend and living with him and, and I was smoking and I was drinking on the weekend. And so I was doing all of these things, and every week I was just worn out. And that wearing myself out, took me away from the daily practice and my spiritual routine and habits and good practices that kept me filled up with life force energy and inspiration and insight. I just got further and further pulled away from it, thinking I needed to perform and prove myself and be an A student every day and then make all the money, clean all the house, cook all the dinners, and then party with my alcoholic boyfriend as well. I had to keep putting up all this energy to other things that were draining me. And it really threw me offside. And what really paid the price? What paid the price? My body. And my emotional body and my mental body and my energetic body. And it was all, out of coherence with each other. My heart wanted one thing, my mind was doing another thing, and my body was saying, I'm giving up, you're going to wear me out. I'm not going to be able to keep up with this, And I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And that's just not necessary anymore. That's not really how prosperity works. when we're pushing, how I've understood it, because I have proved myself. I've tried to prove myself, and I've been in that proving energy, and it never paid off. It never paid off. I still, even when I was working at the accounting office and I was at the top and I had all of this responsibility and the 6-figure income, I really wasn't being paid for what I was worth. I still wasn't being paid for what I was worth. And so there's this disconnect that I was devaluing myself because I was burnt out. I was not aligned with the prosperity that was deep in the inner wells and resources of my true spirit, of my essence, of my true value, of my self-value, because I didn't value every part of myself. I didn't value my body. I didn't value my intellect. I didn't value my needs and my desires to be in healthy relationships and healthy workspaces. I didn't value that. And I paid the price. Like, I probably have more wrinkles now because I was a smoker. Like, the long-term effects of the damage I did when I was younger and not as smart as I am now. The long-term damage, I'm going to have to live with those consequences. Okay, so I'm going to live with them. But I am going to move on and move up with a higher frequency of understanding. I don't want to repeat that same old story anymore. Does anybody here in my community want to repeat the same old story we did when we were 20 years old and when we were 30 years old? I don't. But it's so easy to get hooked into it because the outer world, that world that's, I like how Chris Cornell says it, blow up the outside world. That outer world right now is so chaotic. It's so cunning. It is trying to hook us in to that fear and anxiety that it is planting in so many people. But we're the ones who are setting up the new pace. We're setting up this pace consciousness, this prosperity awareness consciousness expansion. We're the leaders. We're the ones who have been awake a little bit longer than, we've been practicing, we've been noticing, we've been harnessing power. We have been cultivating energy and storing it in reserves, not wearing ourselves out. We've been practicing so that we can be leading this new way and be the support system that's required. So, that cost of getting hooked into the mainstream is the body. It is the mind being busy. It is the heart not aligned with what you really want. And then it's the energy signal that's all is disresonant, is incoherent. And then you're chasing after that prosperity instead of just like aligning with it. And so I want to lead us through a little practice right now. It's a little mini Earth Force activation. So I've been doing meditation for 30 years. I started originally when my first boyfriend drowned and I was in severe grief and anxiety and worry. I didn't know what to do with myself. And I turned to a daily practice. And after a while, I felt less anxious. It started helping me. So I knew it was working. And then after, when I was all caught up in that alcoholic relationship that I just told you about and all of that, I turned back to my practice to heal myself and remind myself and remember that all the inner resources, all the wisdom is inside of me. And so I'm very passionate about guiding people to this inner resource, this well that is inside of you that has all the solutions, all the answers. And so let's just take a few minutes and let's guide ourselves to a little tune up so that for the rest of the afternoon, we're filled up with life force energy. We have all the fuel that we need to really do those extraordinary visions and ideas that we have. So take a deep breath. Let out a big sigh if you can. My alarm. And just turn your gaze inwards and come all the way down into your heart center right now. Looking into your heart, breathing into your heart. And just noticing that your feet are on the ground. Just bringing your awareness, your attention, and engaging your imagination. Just watching your breath go into this heart center and imagining that there's a beautiful, refreshing well in there. This golden well. Maybe it's even a pot of gold. But it's refreshing. It's energizing. And it's unlimited. It's filled with unlimited resources. Just breathing into that well of resources in your heart center. And inviting your breath to move those resources, that refreshing, reviving, recalibrating, frequency raising, refreshing well of resources. Letting your breath move it all over your body. Up into your upper chest, down into your belly, down into your legs, into your feet. And back up your legs, up your spine, refreshing, reviving, resetting, renewing, frequency raising energy that's inside of you. It's inside this unlimited well of resources, your heart. You're just tuning into yourself for a few minutes here with me. Tapping in to your inner resources, your inner wisdom, your heart's desire. And as you keep tuning into that well that's overflowing, maybe that pot of gold that's overflowing in your heart, just noticing what it feels like. Allowing it to create some space. To fill you up with some energy and vitality that holds the frequency of prosperity and abundance and life force energy. Your heart is this powerful tool right inside your body that you have access to all the time. Just letting it know that you love it. You're happy that it's inside your body working for you. And it's solely working for you. It's all for you. Keeps your body alive, keeps the blood flowing, keeps energy moving all over your head to toe, into your nervous system, your endocrine system, your respiratory system, your circulatory system. And it's refreshing you, it's reviving you, it's resetting you, it's recalibrating you. And it's raising your frequency. You can tap into this inner resource multiple times a day, and I encourage you to, especially when you're on this powerful edge of extraordinary opportunities, potential, possibilities. And I just want you to notice that thing that you thought about at the beginning of the day. What is that thing that you are pushing yourself? What is that boundary that you are pushing on your greatness, on your potential, with your purpose, with your life mission? And how coming to some moments of rest multiple times a day, maybe going to bed even earlier, maybe cutting out some things that are interfering with your rest, how that could really serve this extraordinary life that you want to live. And with that, I'd like to invite you. I'm working on an extraordinary event. And it's an inaugural, it's the first one ever. It's going to be on Earth Day, April 22nd, 2025. And I am live streaming from 11 a.m. Pacific to 5 p.m. Pacific time to my YouTube channel to bring awareness to Earth Force activation. It's a stream-a-thon. It's going to be like a telethon. We're going to have entertaining live guests. We're going to have question and answer sessions. We're going to do blessings and shamanic healings, and we're going to do extended Earth Force activation meditation processes where you can really anchor into your body, into your prosperity, into your power, into your purpose, and into all this inner wisdom that is inside of you. And we're going to just keep rolling it all day long in the stream-a-thon and having a really exciting time. So I'm just going to put in the comments after the show to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the Earth Day Stream-a-Thon post and click on the notifications. And so you can be notified. And I'd love to have you come in and comment. And if you want, put some questions in the comments as well of what you would like me to talk about. What do you want to know about daily practice, the inner resources and wells that are inside of you, tapping into your prosperity? What would you ask me? Anything, and I will talk about it at the Stream-a-thon. So thank you so much for coming today. You're such a supportive community. I'm so blessed by all the friends that I'm meeting through my work and networking and summits and all the events that I've been doing. So happy. Thank you so much to all my friends. Have a good day. Aho.